happen to had to, what did I do with my sunglasses? There they are. It is very bright out here today, which is wonderful. We have not seen the sun here in days. Days. If you're new here, my name is Lynn, and it's Bucket List Homestead. So, it's a gorgeous day. It's Friday, and I am about a week late from getting my garlic into the garden. So David is going to help me, and we are going to slowly start getting the bed ready. The actual planting might get done today, might get done tomorrow. It's already quite late in the afternoon, so we will see. We have to get the bed ready, and we need to start putting the garden to bed for fall. It is definitely done. Look at my poor zinnias. Remember how colorful they were just a few weeks ago? So we are planting the garlic. Where are we here? Right there, right beside David and that patch. I'm not planting as much as I did last year because we are revamping this garden all next year, and I got to be careful. I can't dig up my garlic until, you know, June, July-ish. So I have to make sure it's going to work with our plans. I hope to have the plans to show you, and fingers crossed I will be able to show you by the end of this video if David can get them drawn up for me. So, okay, let's go over and see what mess we've got in there. So, we have volunteer hay growing in here because of the hay we threw down to cover the peas I tried to grow in here for fall. So we have to dig all that out. We got to take down these, put these away for next year. I'm going to empty a lot of the pots of soil I have to help build this up. So, all right, let's get to it. Okay. So. I just planted all these tomatoes. Crazy. It just seemed like we've been waiting for fall, waiting for fall, waiting for fall. And then we finally got fall, and now it's feeling like winter is like breathing right down our necks. Well, today's the 21st of October. So that means the 1st of November is right around the corner. So, yeah, we got to get this done. Helper with us today. The dirt's very, very, very muddy. Very mucky, and I can't plant my garlic in that. So that's pretty much all we're going to do today. I finished getting the rest of these pots out of here. These totes. Here, I planted the carrots for fall. And like I said, I've already been harvesting some. We're going to see what else we got here. There's a lot of weeds, I know that. I say that was a success. Oh. I had 3, I think, that I planted in the summer. And this was my 3rd harvest, so any that's left will overwinter. And I'll see, maybe in the spring I'll have some. So, okay folks, we'll see you back here tomorrow when we finally get our garlic planted. This is the variety of garlic we are planting today. So we have majestic garlic, gem garlic, and this is the same kind I planted, purple glacier garlic. So I should say none of these I planted last year. I honestly cannot remember the names of the ones I planted last year, but I'm pretty sure one of them was like a purple Russian or something like that. I'm terrible about the names. This year I want to make an effort because especially for the garlic, because I want to see what ones do the best for me. So that's what I'm doing. So today is garlic day. So the whole family's pitching in to help so we can get it done today. I don't think we're going to get the garlic put to bed today. That will be throughout the week next week. Today is Grace's birthday and I still have to frost her cake and it's already 1 o'clock. We were waiting for it to warm up a bit and for the mud to dry up some more. So we're going to get all these cracked into individual pieces, put them into the bags they belong in. I'm going to give each person some to crack so we don't mess them up. And we're going to get out and we'll get them planted, and then I will share my thoughts on this year's garden and show you the plans for next year's garden. So we have to go out through the back because I'm going to show you. This happens every year here in the fall, especially if we have any really warm, sunny days. It's one of the reasons David and I, sorry, I gotta get that over the fence. Come on, Lily. It's one of the reasons David and I picked such a dark color for our siding for our house. And it didn't seem to work. We're infested with these. What they look like ladybugs, but they're not. I'm not even sure. I think that, are they just called Asian ladybugs, David? Or Asian lady beetles? They're not ladybugs. And this happens every fall here. I mean, everything is coated. So we try not to use our front door right now because the second you open the door, they get into the house. Yeah. They're harmless so much as they don't hurt us, but if the dogs eat them, it can make them sick. So, fun, fun, fun. Okay, we are going to get the garlic planted. Okay. All right. Hey folks, if you made it this far into the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, click on that subscribe button. It's the best way to help me grow my channel. Believe it or not, all that garlic is under there. So instead of using hay this year, because that was just a colossal mistake last year, we're going to cover them with some wood shavings just to give them a little bit of protection. And hopefully in about 2 or 3 weeks, I'll come out and I'll see them have spread it a little bit, and that lets me know that they're going to work. Okay, it's all covered. Fingers crossed. We have a good harvest. Okay, I'm going to go in clean up a little bit. We'll wrap up this video with how I think, I'll let you know how I think this garden did this year and our plans for next year. Okay, I cleaned up somewhat. So, I'm going to start with garlic first since we just planted next year's. My garlic this year was the best I ever did. It was amazing. I had quite the harvest. So I'm very happy with that. So the next thing, green and yellow beans. I planted some in the spring and I planted some late summer. And they both did okay-ish. Partly that was the weather and partly that was human error. I did not get as many canned as I wanted for the winter. But you know, you all know how much it takes to fill a jar up of green beans anyway, or yellow beans. But it was okay. I won't call it a complete failure. I wish it was better. But that's probably going to be the theme for this. I wish everything was better. But we had some, so I will definitely plant them again next year. The kidney beans, soldier beans, and Canada goose beans, those are all three things were the first thing I tried this year. And they did really well. I didn't plant a lot because I wasn't sure about them. Like they each only had one package of seeds. And I'm saying there was maybe 20, 30 seeds per package. The kidney beans did amazing. Most of them, it was a very prolific plant. And most of the pods had anywhere between 5 to 6 kidney beans. So I definitely will be planting them next year. I might actually plant what I have because I have maybe enough, maybe to fill 3-quart size jars, so not a total failure. Same for the soldier beans and the goose bean, Canada goose beans. I will plant all of them next year and more so. Carrots. My carrots did horrible for summer harvesting when I planted them in the spring. Did not do well. A lot of the things that didn't do well was from the soil I got. That big delivery I got way back in the spring, those huge, so that was 250 cubic feet of dirt. Most of the things I planted in that didn't do well. Didn't do well at all. The carrots, green beans, yellow beans, celery, peas, and peppers did not do well in that dirt. That's all I'm going to say. And it was organic dirt that I bought. So, my fall carrots did much better, as you saw yesterday when I harvested. I definitely got a lot more fall carrots. I also bought a lot of carrots from the farmer's market and from local farms. So I definitely have quite a few of them put up. And I am going to can the rest of the carrots that I harvested from my own garden. Peppers, bell peppers. They did pretty good this year. They didn't do so great in the Mr Stacky Pots. That was a total experiment just because I had so many left over and I didn't have room anymore for anywhere in the garden. I'm not going to plant as many next year so I can get bigger and taller plants than trying to have a ton of little plants. But I'm going to say it's a success. I got quite a few in the freezer right now, frozen, so it must have been a pretty successful season. And they did pretty good, surprisingly. What is next? Tomatoes. Tomatoes did not do so great this year. The ones I did from seed. A lot of them I lost because we had that. It was a crazy summer of weather, spring and summer of weather. Very crazy. And it's a crazy fall weather too. So it was so cold at night, and then we went really, really hot, but it still was cold at night. And I'm going to say I did okay. I have yet to process all my tomatoes. I picked most of them when they were green, so they had to ripen in the house. So they're all frozen. They're all frozen in the freezer right now in tons and tons of bags. So, but when you get cooking down tomatoes, you don't have nearly as much as you thought. So we'll see how much it does, but I'm going to say it was okay. My lawn keeper tomatoes that I got from my friend Mary Lynn, I did not get a lot. I have 5 in my windowsill that we're going to do as an experiment. Those are the ones that you pick before they ripen completely. And she picked her last one in October last year and ate it in April. So we're going to see how it does. Oh, what else did I plant this year? Herbs. Herbs did wonderful. All except chamomile. I love chamomile. It's one of my favorite things to plant, and I planted it in several spots, again, with that dirt I got from the bulk load we bought. And it didn't germinate anywhere. I'm definitely planting it again because I love it. I harvested a lot last year, so I still have quite a bit of chamomile from last year, so I'm glad, but it didn't do so well. Now let's talk about the calendula. The calendula. I have so much calendula. I won't even need to plant it next year if I don't want to, but I'm going to because it's a great pollinator. The pollinators rather love it. So it's a great pollinator attractor to your garden, and it's just so pretty. And I'm hoping to find a couple of different varieties. That one single seed I did from the single seed challenge for 2022, I lost track after 10 times. And then the extra I planted, I harvested 4 or 5, 6 times, I think. So I actually just picked my last 3 a couple days ago. So that did well. Basil, of course, did amazing. All the different varieties of basil I grew. The lemon and lime balm didn't do as well as I'd hoped, but I'm still going to plant it again because it just smells so wonderful. Oh, is that everything I planted? I think so. Stacky Pots, I'm trying to buy more of. I'm hoping they go down in price. They're cheaper than the Tower brand pots, especially for me here in Canada. The shipping was outrageous to get that other brand, and they're the same thing, and they're made in the USA, and they're fabulous. My plan going forward is to do all herbs and strawberries. Actually, I already have strawberries planted in one set of them. So definitely we'll be doing them next year with strawberries and herbs. So all in all, I'm going to give this year's garden a C+. It wasn't as good as I'd hoped. Oh, sorry. I did get watermelon for the first time. I had, oh my gosh, I think altogether maybe 8 baby watermelons. So, and they were pretty good. I don't think I'll plant them next year. They take up too much room, and like for how much we eat, I'll just buy watermelon from our local farmers. Onions were my success this year. I got 5, but that is actually 5 more than I've ever gotten. So I'm counting that as a success. Elderberries were crazy this year. Best harvest I've ever had for elderberries. So that was good. Hopefully next year I might see a couple apples on my apple trees, but we'll see. And I don't know, all those blueberry plants I planted, I don't know how they're going to do next year. I don't know. They don't look good. They don't look good. And yeah, that might have been a waste of money and time. So I'll give it a C+. Some of it was my errors. Definitely didn't get out and weed when I needed to. A lot of it was the weather. The weather was just so hard to grow things this year. So I'm definitely changing things next year. I'm not going to grow as much stuff myself, or I'm going to grow more of the things that, like my beans and tomatoes and peppers and things like that. I don't even know if I'll do carrots next year. Honestly, I might just buy carrots from our local farmers. So as I promised, David did get my plans ready for me to show a rough idea of what our plan is for next year. So I hope you can make this out because it's in pencil. So this is the door. So basically it's going to be an all wooden structure, and this will be all very small chicken wire around everything to help keep the critters out. And there's our garden boxes all in there. Like I said, it's going to encompass everything. The herb gardens, the rest of the vegetable garden, be easier hopefully to weed, just a nice place to be. I'm hoping to put like a little bench in here where I can just go and enjoy myself when the weather's nicer. And this will give me natural trellises for things to climb up and tie off to, like the tomatoes and things. And I'm hoping to put zinnias like around the edges and things. So that's our idea for next year. So hopefully, God willing, it will come to fruition. So I'm going to have a drink of my apple cider because I am thirsty. It's very warm out today, actually, considering. I have a cake to go frost because today is our daughter Grace's 19th birthday, and get ready for her birthday dinner that she wanted. And yeah, that will wrap up this video. So until then, folks, take care. God bless. Be kind to one another. We'll see you in the next video.